Welcome, everybody. Uh, this event today, we're going to have 3 short comedies. And by short, I mean they're about 20 minutes long, 25 minutes long. So the schedule for the plays are, the first one is Bhau Meets Wall Street. Hold on a second, my phone is ringing. Sorry, it's Bhau Meets Wall Street. And then play called the Baba Honeymooners. And then we're going to have a 7-minute intermission. And then the last play is Anthony and Antoinette. All right. So again, welcome. I want to say special thanks to Angela Chen right here for all the hard work she does and making this Baba Zoom a reality. It's a lot of work. I know she does. And so just for hosting us for this play. So thank you, Angela. Jai Baba. Yay. And also, I want to introduce our tech person for the day. She'll be there's videos and casts, the list of casts back and forth on the screen, and that's Fereshteh Azad. Fereshteh, there you are. A nice hand for Fereshteh. Thank you. She's been a big help to me during the preparation for this, and so thank you, Fereshteh.
It was fun.
And I want to introduce the narrator for the 3 plays. So she'll be like giving the audience the stage directions when people move around. And so that's Cassandra Bramucci. And then she's going to, you won't see her video. You'll just be a black screen and you'll just hear her. So Cassandra, there she is. All right. So the first play is called Bhau Meets Wall Street. And where that came about, mostly everybody knows who Bhau is. And he was one of Baba's closest, Mandali, closest disciples, and a tireless worker for Baba. He was the night watchman for Baba for many years. And Baba told many stories about his experiences as the night watchman. He was also prolific writer. He wrote Mayor Baba's biography, 20 volumes, plus other books. And then after Baba dropped the body, Bhau became the chairman of the Avatar Mayor Baba Trust, and all the responsibilities and headaches that went with that, all the administrative and legal work, that was involved. I know that was a big headache for him, but he did that for many years. But his favorite thing, Bhau's favorite thing was talking about Mayor Baba. And so every year from, I think it was 1985 until he died in 2010, he would make a tour of the West, Europe and the United States, Australia, and just talking about Baba. He had a bottomless well of stories about Baba. And once he got started, he was like the ever-ready bunny, he could just talk and talk and talk. And he loved to do that. And people were so drawn to Bhau Kachuri. He just had a big heart, and his presence, Mayor Baba's presence just emanated through him. So many people were drawn to him. So that's just a little introduction to Bhau. So, there was a rumor in the 90s going around in Myrtle Beach. I don't think it was true, but that Bhau was really fed up with all the running the trust, and it was a big headache, and that he wanted to retire in Myrtle Beach. He just wanted, but he didn't want to not work. So he just wanted a laid back, stress-free job. And that's the rumor I had it that he actually sent a resume to an employment agency in Myrtle Beach. Now, like I said, I don't know if that's true, but I kind of went with that. And that's how this play came about. And it's called Bhau Meets Wall Street. All right. So we're going to show the cast first. Bhau is played by Bobby Kapur. Miss Anita Spivey, she is the employment counselor. She's Keight Brown. The narrator is Cassandra. And the imaginary time is Myrtle Beach, 1996. Hold on while we're getting everything ready to go. There we go. Thanks for your patience. You know, it's just technology here. You have to unmute yourself, Miss Anita Spivey. You're muted. Kate, you have to unmute yourself.
Do you want the narrator on screen as well? Because she's not.
Yeah, and
she's not coming. It's not. I don't have the ability to make her spotlight.
All right. So will we be able to hear her?
I certainly hope so.
Yes, you should hear me.
And Anita Spivey's mic is muted. Can you unmute that?
Kate, please unmute yourself.
Kate, unmute yourself. There.
Right. Okay, great.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
All right, good.
Let's go.
Here we go.
Employment counselor, Ms. Anita Spivey, sits in her work cubicle, typing at her computer. The glass partitions are covered with Post-it notes. Her desk is littered with papers and folders. A poster on the wall behind her desk says, Driftwood Employment Agency. We find jobs for the beached, the battered, and the broken. Mr. Bhau sits in the lobby with two other applicants. Ms. Spivey calls from inside her cubicle.
Next.
Mr. Bhau enters Ms. Spivey's cubicle and sits in front of her desk.
Hello, my name is Anita Spivey. How are you today, sir?
Very good.
Ms. Spivey picks up a resume and reads.
Let's see now. Your name is Mr. Bhau Couch. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
My name is Bhau Churi.
Oh, well, it is so nice to meet you, Mr. Cowchewy. Thank you so much for sending your resume to us last week. You made a wise choice selecting Driftwood Employment Agency. Now, we do our best to place the beached, the battered, and the broken in jobs that make them happy. We call ourselves the 3B specialists. Now, let's see here. In your cover letter, you said that you currently live in India. India, now really, is that correct? Really?
Yes, that's correct. Oh, yes.
Oh my. And that you were coming to Myrtle Beach this week on business and you wanted to explore employment opportunities while you're here on the Grand Strand. You state in your resume that your current position is, now let's see, executive chairman of a global nonprofit organization called AMB PPCT. Now that sure is a long name. Located in Amida. How do you pronounce that city where you are currently based?
My city is Ahmadnagar. Ahmadnagar.
Oh, Ahmednagar. What an exotic name. I bet that's one of those modern Indian cities full of beautiful palaces and four-star hotels. So tell me, Mr. Cowchewy, what's the mission of this AMB PPCT nonprofit that you run? What does it do?
Universal service.
Well, that must be very rewarding, Mr. Cowchewy. You know, I don't usually interview candidates in high-level senior positions, especially from foreign countries. But with your background, I am sure we'll have no problem finding a fantastic job for you at the beach, even with the economy being kind of down the way it is now. So how do you like Myrtle Beach so far, Mr. Cowchewy?
Very good. Very good. Very good.
I really am so glad to hear that. In my opinion, there's no place in the world as beautiful as the Grand Strand. You're going to absolutely love it here, Mr. Cowchewy. Now, let's see now. Now, you go on to say in your cover letter that you're seeking a job where you don't have to use your mind at all, and that salary is not an issue. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, you picked a great place to immigrate to, Mr. Cowchewy. The Grand Strand is full of jobs that meet your requirements. So now, let me try to get a sense of your employment history, all right? Now, before your current chairman positions, your resume states that you worked for an international concern called Baba Global Enterprises. And they had offices in every corner of the world. And that you were the assistant to the president and founder. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you describe the kind of work that you did for Baba Global Enterprises?
Yes, of course. Universal service.
Oh, and what about the founder and president of Baba Global Enterprises? As his assistant, what did this man expect from you?
Everything and nothing.
I see. You mean total dedication and 100% commitment without any expectation of reward? I am so impressed. Now, I can tell you certainly are one dedicated employee, Mr. Cowchewy. I am honored to be of service to you. If you only knew the kind of broken down furniture I have to try to place in jobs. It is such a relief to be helping a highly successful person like yourself resettle in this great country, the good old US of A. I'm sure you were highly compensated for your work, Mr. Cowchewy. Now, of course, you realize, don't you, that you won't be earning anywhere near the salary you're accustomed to here in the beach.
Yes, of course. I understand.
Okay, all right then. Now, there appears to be a mistake in your resume, Mr. Cowchewy. It says here that your salary was 0 all those years you were employed with Baba Global Enterprises. Is that what you meant to write?
Yes. Yes, this is true.
You mean you worked for nothing? Come on now, that can't be possible. Oh, wait a minute. I get it now. I get it. You didn't want to reveal your actual salary in an email resume. I can understand that. There's so many security breaches these days. But let me assure you, Mr. Cowchewy, confidentiality is our middle name here at Driftwood Employment. So you can trust me. I'm sure your annual income was in the mid-6 figures. Am I correct? Somewhere around, let me guess, 500,000 a year.
No.
Okay, all right then. Higher, of course. 650,000 plus preferred stock options.
Oh, no, no, no.
Now stop teasing me, Mr. Cow Chewy. So even higher? My word, just under 1 million?
What? Oh, no, no, no.
Okay then. I'll just put down that your income was somewhere in the 7-figure range. Now, you know, you're the first person to sit in that chair who's earned 7 figures in a single year. I am truly and genuinely honored, Mr. Cow Chewy. Now, so it looks like you worked for Baba Global Enterprises practically your whole career. You must have really admired the founder to have stuck with him for so long. I assume he rewarded you handsomely for your loyalty and your hard work. Am I right?
Yes, yes, and no.
Yeah, sure. You're being modest again, aren't you, Mr. Cow Chewy? I can see it now. New Beamers every year, multiple expense accounts, fancy living quarters, club med, gold membership, performance bonuses, preferred stock options, and the works, huh? It must have been real nice. Well, wow, you look like that and you're shaking your head again, but you can't fool me. By the way, now Baba Global Enterprises is in which industry? The hospitality industry, is that right? Well, let me tell you, as the hospitality industry goes, so goes Myrtle Beach. We're right up your alley, Mr. Cow Chewy. Hotels, restaurants, family resorts, and you name it. The entrepreneur you worked for must have been a real genius, a genuine visionary. Am I right?
Definitely. Yes.
You know, Mr. Cow Chewy, once you're settled in here, you should write his biography. I can see you penning a bestseller. Americans love books about corporate visionaries. I bet he's one heck of a famous person back in your country, kind of like Steve Jobs is over here. Well, now, after the life you've led in the fast lane of the corporate world, I can certainly understand why you'd want a low-key, mindless kind of job right here in the Riviera of the South. Now, you go on to say here, you used to work all day and all evening and often all through the night, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Is that true? That you hardly ever slept? Now, come on, could this be true?
Yes. This is true.
What an ambitious man you were, Mr. Cow Chewy, volunteering to work all that overtime. But I guess you had to be wide awake and ready to pounce when the stock exchanges opened in New York, London, and Tokyo. You know, Mr. Cow Chewy, as we're talking, I am beginning to get a picture of the perfect job for you at the beach. Now, like I said, the salary ain't gonna be much. But with all the assets you've accumulated during your career, and with those huge stock options you still have with Baba Global Enterprises, it's not money you're after now. It's a chance to kick back and relax and get as far away as you possibly can from the corporate pressure cooker. Am I right?
Yes.
Well then, let me ask you something, Mr. Cow Chewy. Have you ever heard of Walmarts in your global travels? It is the largest retail chain in this here US of A.
Walmart? No.
Well, never mind. I'm gonna make a call to my friend Betty in Human Resources over at one of our beautiful Walmart stores here in town. I think there's a dream job waiting for you over there. You know what a Walmart greeter is, Mr. Cow Chewy?
Walmart? No.
A Walmart greeter is just what the name says. It's an employee who stands near the front doors and greets the customers as they enter the store. They're usually semi-retired folks like yourself. Now, this particular Walmart's, it's the one in that shopping center down there at Restaurant Row, the one that backs up to that spiritual retreat place there in the woods. In fact, you should check that place out sometime, being from India and all, because I think there's an Indian guru named Ali Baba. The folks there, and they worship him. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I am not judging nobody. It's free country after all. That's what makes the US of A so great. Mr. Cow Chewy, we guarantee freedom of religion and freedom of speech. Now, where was I? Oh, I know. Yes. Well, this particular Walmart has an opening for a store greeter to work in the midnight shift from 11 to 7 a.m., which is why I think it's the perfect job for you since you're so accustomed to working all night. They just can't find anybody who's been right for that job. All the semi-retired folks I've referred over there keep falling asleep on the job right in the lobby. They've all been fired after a week. Now, if you want this job, you got to stay awake, all right? You got to stay awake all night and not move hardly at all. And when the late night insomniac shoppers walk into the store, all you got to say is, welcome to Walmart's. So is this something you'd be interested in, Mr. Cow Chewy?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Oh, great. Now, before I call Betty, let's practice the greeting, all right? It is so easy. All you got to say is, welcome to Walmart's. Let me hear you say it now.
Welcome home. Welcome home.
No. Not welcome home. Welcome to Walmart's. Come on now, try it again.
Okay, I try. Welcome home. And I also want to give each customer a big hug.
Oh my, a big hug too. Oh my, that is simply adorable. Mr. Cow Chewy is simply adorable. But, well, never mind. I'm sure you'll get the hang of it. Now you keep practicing it in your hotel room. I'm going to call Betty now. Listen, by the way, where are you staying at, Mr. Cow Chewy? Are you at the Hilton? Oh, hi, Betty. Hi, Betty. This is Anita over here at Driftwood. Oh, the kids are fine. Yeah, they're fine. So how's that situation at home? Oh, really? Oh, they're all the same, Betty. They're all the same. Didn't I tell you that? They never change. Hey, we'll talk about that later. Now, look here. I have this delightful elderly gentleman in my office, Mr. Bhau Cow Chewy, all the way from India. I think he's your answer to the midnight shift greeter position. He's been working all-nighters most of his career. a global markets guy. He's the real thing. And he's such a darling, too. He keeps saying, welcome home instead of welcome to Walmart. That's right. I know. Welcome home. You like that, huh? Why, yes, it's kind of catchy. It's very folksy, very family values, very Walmarts. And you won't believe this, Betty, but he also wants to greet each customer with a big hug. You heard me right, a big hug. Yes, it's kind of like mom greeting you when you come in the front door. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay. Okay, I'll tell him now. Bye now. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Betty. Do I have good news for you, Mr. Cow Chewy? You have an interview at the Walmart store tomorrow at 10 a.m. That was fast. Usually you'd have to wait a whole week. And by the way, Betty really loved your welcome home concept. Is that a marketing idea you pioneered with M. Baba Global Enterprises? So clever of you. You know that poor Betty, she needs to boot that good-for-nothing husband out of the door. But she won't do it. Then anyways, why am I telling you this? Never mind. You just seem like the kind of person anyone would want to talk to. Well, it's been a real pleasure working with you, Mr. Cow Chewy, and good luck with your job interview tomorrow. Just sign here and we have ourselves a deal if you sign right here.
As Bhau signs the agency contract, the phone rings.
Hello? Oh, hi, Betty. Is something wrong? No, you got to be joking me. No, really? They're on the way now? You got to be kidding. Well, don't let them leave. Oh my, this is big. Now, this is huge. Right, I'll keep them here. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, Mr. Cow Chewy, you're not gonna believe this. That was Betty from Walmart's. After I called her, she contacted Walmart's corporate headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas, and pitched your welcome home concept to the head of marketing there. They loved it, especially the hugging part. It's such family values. Betty said they want to run with it in a big way, and not just for the greeters. But Walmart wants to remake their whole corporate image around this welcome home theme of yours. They even plan to make it their new corporate logo. All the Walmart employees will be wearing big welcome home badges on their uniforms from now on. And in every Walmart store, there will be a greeter in a clown outfit who walks around hugging customers. This is big, Mr. Cow Chewy. Huge. I mean, it's huge. And guess what else? Betty said that this very moment, a Walmart corporate jet is in the air winging its way to Myrtle Beach. They're afraid you're going to sell the welcome home concept to Disney. So what do you think of that now? They want to get you first. They plan to fly you back to Bentonville, Arkansas, and they'll be offering you a top senior position to assistant marketing director. They want you, Mr. Cow Chewy, to manage their new welcome home campaign, and it is amazing. And don't settle for less than 6 figures now, all right, Mr. Cow Chewy? You're worth every single penny. Walmart is going to make a killing off this, you know that. And by the way, I get 20% of your first year's salary, and that's what it says here in this contract that you just here signed.
Yes. I just want to say welcome home to the Walmart customers. And I want to give them all a big hugs. Nothing more. Jai Baba.
You're not interested? Really? Well, I guess I can understand where you're coming from, Mr. Cowchewy. You don't need the money. You've got your big retirement nest egg just sitting there in the bank. And as you said, what you really want is a mindless job with no responsibilities. No, I totally understand. I would probably do the same thing if I was in your shoes or sandals or whatever it is that you wear. You know, there is something kind of special about you, Mr. Cowchewy. I could see it the moment I set eyes on you. Something unique you just don't see in most people. For one thing, you're a man of very few words, and I really admire that. Most people I deal with talk and talk on and on and on, but not you. You just say one or two words and just look what happened. One of the largest corporations in America took notice, like that. And this is so remarkable. And you know what else, Mr. Cowchewy? I am beginning to realize, honestly, I could learn a whole lot from you. I bet you learned the secrets of success from that visionary founder, Baba Global Enterprises. If he's anything like you must be saying, he's truly extraordinary. I'd like to make a little deal with you, Mr. Cowchewy. I'd be willing. Listen to this now. I'd be willing to give up my founder's fee, tear up this here contract, all right, in exchange for a few personal coaching sessions from you. We could meet at a coffee place I know. They even serve that chai there. And you could pass on to me some of the secrets of success you learned from the founder of Baba Global Enterprises. You know, I've always believed I could do a whole lot better in life than work here at Driftwood Employment. So I think you're a godsend, Mr. Cowchewy, a real godsend. That's right. I believe in my heart that God himself sent you here to help me realize my true potential in life. And you know what else? I'm going to ask Betty from over there at Walmart's to come along too. Maybe you could help her with her marriage problems. Have a good day, Mr. Cowchewy. Oh, and by the way, now listen, here's my business card, and you give me a call as soon as you get settled here, all right? See you. Next.
All right. End of play one. Tony Award nomination for Keight. Thank you. Great job, Keight. Great job, Bobby and Cassandra. Yay. Thank you.